Good afternoon and happy Friday to all of your sunshiny faces. I didn't know what day it was, guys, because we had no football today. It has been it's been thunderstorming almost pretty much all day today, except for when I first woke up this morning. I woke up like at 8:45ish or like 8:50 or something like that, and for like probably the first few minutes when I was awake, it was sunny out, and I was like, oh, it's supposed to be raining today. And then literally I was like sitting on my phone, and like I was like laying this way looking against, like not towards my windows, and I was like on my phone, was like just checking, because I told you guys I'm pretty good. I don't normally wind up checking like social media, like I'm not on it like every 5 minutes checking to like, ooh, what's new and what's up and stuff like that. Like I normally check it in the morning. I might check it maybe one time during the day, and then I'll check it before I go to bed. And I kind of just go through like everything like briefly. You know, I'll just check to see like notifications on Facebook. Normally like the first like 10 things posted on Facebook or something like that, and then I'll go through like my Twitter, and normally I go through like Twitter, and then I'll also go through like the news on Twitter, kind of like what's trending. And I saw today, guys, I will be honest, the last month pretty much I have been seriously like really sad because Spider-Man has been out of the MCU and he's back, guys. So I saw that today. I was like, well, actually I didn't originally see that on Twitter. Matthew had actually sent me a text, and he posted it like on his Snapchat and stuff like that too. He's like, he's back, he's back. But we're all like, everybody, I think, a sigh of relief. There was a collective sigh of relief today because Spider-Man is back in the MCU. At least officially, like, you know, I think on paper and everything like that, he's back. So anyways though, guys, yeah, it was a scary month, the last month, and like in the back of my mind I'm like, they're gonna get back together, like, you know, Spider-Man in the MCU. One cannot have the, you know, one cannot be without the other, the way everything was left. So I saw that today. That was when I went on like I went on Twitter in the middle of the day today. Is when Matthew sent me that. But yeah, so I was completely lost, guys, and where the conversation had started off. But I'm normally really good about, like I said, normally just like checking 3 times really throughout the day. And again, sometimes if I get like a notification like, oh, somebody's sent me something, like a message, or, you know, something like that, or whatever, or like, you know, somebody said something or did something or whatever, I'm like, something that I posted, which I really am really bad about posting things. I like hardly ever post anything to like anywhere, honestly. I don't know when the last time I posted on my Snapchat was. I posted like 2 pictures, I think, on or maybe they were like videos of the flowers, because our autumn sedum was like blooming, and there's always all these ton of bees all over them. And then I posted another one a different day because there was a bunch of butterflies all over them too, which normally I don't see too many, but there was like, I think 2 or 3 butterflies actually on there, which, like I said, is normally not that common. Like, we don't get a lot of butterflies, but I think they're really attracted to is it hibiscus or is it lilacs, maybe, something like that. We got the lilac bush for my mom for Mother's Day, and then I wanted to get hibiscus too, to like put in the garden. I think one of those are really, like, butterflies are really attracted to. But they're really attracted to, I think, like any kind of like trumpet like flower, I thought, which was very similar to like hummingbirds. So we actually have this bush in the backyard that has like these really pretty, I don't even know what kind of bush it is, but my mom was like, ooh, hummingbirds will really like this. And I think she said the same thing too about the butterflies. But yeah, whatever, like I said, the autumn sedum always gets a ton of like bees and apparently butterflies on there too. So anyways, I think I posted that on Snapchat like recently. That was the last thing I think I posted. And then the last, like, I posted on Instagram the last few times, like maybe on like about football games. I think when Jack had the fumble recovery that I caught on film, maybe about like the harvest moon, and like I don't even know what else, but most of the stuff that I ended up posting was like either football related or else it was flower related, and like posting stuff about like the flowers that were blooming. So yeah guys, I don't really post that much, but like if I did and like somebody like commented and like there was like a notification about it, I'd go and like check just to see if they were like, oh, like what kind of plant is that or something, you know, and somebody's asking and I needed to tell them what kind it was. Like so yeah. But it's not all that often that like normally it's just like my grandma or like somebody being like, oh, that's really, you know, like one of my aunts would be like, oh, that's so pretty, like, you know, my flowers or something like that that I posted. Because my grandma, she likes to garden too. And then my aunts too, but neither of them have any like social media. My one aunt has a Snapchat, but she normally doesn't wind up like saying anything. Like she doesn't, normally it's just her posting like pictures or videos of her cats, which normally I'm the one that posts pictures or videos of my dog. So yeah. It's literally, it's that, my garden, or sometimes maybe it has something to do with football sometimes. That's pretty much the extent of like, I haven't posted on like my social media in like I said, a really long time. And like I feel like it's good like to post, but I don't know. So being honest guys, I feel like everything all the time has to be like, oh, like, you know, Instagram, you know, like worthy like stuff, and like everything has to be perfect and it has to look pretty. Like if I take a picture of like my food, like I have to have it all staged and make it look all nice and pretty to like, you know, like I don't want to have to do that. Like I just want to take a picture and like share it and be like, hey, this is what I had, this was delicious. Honestly, I will say 90% of the time I post it so that I can go back and look at it and be like, oh, that was a really good recipe, I want to have that again. I'll be totally honest guys, that is probably why I use like Instagram or like Facebook, or like, you know, normally I share whatever I like am sharing on Instagram, I share to my other social media, so I don't have to like, you know, if I have family members again that sometimes only have one or the other, so that they can like, you know, stay in contact with me and know what I'm up to. But I'd say 90% of the time if I share like food or anything like that, or like something, it's normally so I can just go back and be like, oh yeah, that was the, you know, I had that and it was really good, or like that didn't actually taste as good as I thought it would. You know, it looked really pretty but it didn't taste that good. You know, or be like, oh yeah, like that was Jack's first, you know, fumble, you know, like I had that on film, and you know, we like were able to see it, so like I can go back and look at it. Because again, there was some stuff that popped up in like my Facebook memories from when Matthew was a freshman. I was like, oh yeah, we had that game and like we played at that field, which is now like completely different, and we've been to that field since, and they have like a brand new turf field that like, I was like, I remember we played there and it was like a grass field, and they're like, their bleachers were all like falling apart, like there was big like holes in their bleachers, and like they got a new one. Like I said, like just that kind of stuff. Like I post about stuff and then I go back and look at it, I'm like, wow, it's so different. Or you know, like, wow, that was a really good memory. Like, does anybody else do that? You actually really just share more for your purpose of going back and looking at it, or am I just the one weird person that does that? But it is though, like that's why I think Facebook's been around so long too, and like Instagram now and Snapchat too, that like they'll be like, these are your memories from last year or 2 or 3 or 8 years ago, you know, that kind of thing. And so, you know, it's like, it's your photo album that reminds you when like things happened, instead of you have to actually flip open a photo album, and you know, that's like dinosaur times, guys. It's much easier to just go on your social media and find that stuff. But anyways guys, I totally lost what I was saying about yeah, social media. And then anyways, I was checking it this morning. I wasn't looking. In the first 10 minutes of me like checking on social media, I turned back around, it was completely dark outside and started thunderstorming. And I think though, like right when I woke up, it was like lightning, but it was like that really far away lightning that like you can't even hear any thunder with. It just like I could see it like out my windows. But it wasn't dark out really, like that dark. It was a little cloudy, but then it just started getting really dark, and then it just kind of like hung around, and it's been going on like all day, on and off. So I am happy we didn't have the football game and tried to play, because it probably, if it wasn't canceled because of the thunder and lightning, we would have probably ended up getting there, and with our luck we get there and then they play for 5 minutes and then they're like, hey, we have to cancel the game and then reschedule it. And because the school we were playing, it was their homecoming, they couldn't reschedule it for Saturday because of their homecoming. So that's why they tried to bump it back and do it on Thursday. So that's why they did it yesterday, which like I said was perfect football weather. Actually, it was like nice and cool out, but it wasn't freezing cold. And so it was like the perfect football weather, and we had no rain. Like today would have just been a horrible crummy day, and like I said, probably would have ended up on the field, played for a little bit, probably would have ended up back off the field, because like I said, it's been on and off. And like there were sections where like it gets sunny for a little bit, you know, kind of, or just like dimly cloudy, but then it start like pouring and thunderstorming and lightning again all over. And so like I said, that was pretty much, I noticed from like 7 o'clock like onward, it was kind of that on and off thing. So again, probably a good thing we played yesterday, but I don't think the kids were expecting a Thursday game, which I'm not going to make excuses for why they ended up losing yesterday, both the teams. But like there was hardly any like fans, weren't really like, I mean they were kind of there, but like, you know, nobody's like, they still had school today. Like Jack came home last night and was like, I still have homework and it's 10:30 at night, like, you know, and because we ended up staying for the varsity game. So again, it was kind of crummy, but they only had a half day today, which was kind of good. So yeah, and so the roof didn't get done today because again, obviously it was thunderstorming and lightning, so they're gonna try and do it tomorrow, but it looks like it's still supposed to like thunderstorm and lightning, and it's supposed to pretty much rain this entire week. So if not, I think they're supposed to come back out on Monday and try and do the roof. So we're getting the new roof one of these few days very shortly. So yeah guys, I am going to go get in a shower, get to bed, because I was good though guys. I went to bed kind of late last night, and the last few days though I've been up like around 8 o'clock or so, 8 to 9 o'clock, which has been good for me. So I am trying to go to bed early. I stayed up, watch live PD. It's about 11:45 right now, so if I can just get in a real quick shower. I actually already brushed my teeth, so I'm gonna go take a real fast shower, get to bed, and then like I said, hopefully I can get up tomorrow. I honestly think I'm just gonna go to Aldi, but probably do that on Sunday maybe. So yeah, anyways though, I will see you guys all in tomorrow's vlog. If you guys did enjoy today's, make sure you guys give a big old thumbs up. If you guys are new, we'd love if you'd subscribe, and I'll see all of your sunshiny faces tomorrow. So bye guys.